What is up, everybody? Tuberverse TV here today. So we're gonna talk about this post, and I'm not saying this. I don't know if this person's a Sony fangirl, but she definitely has some Sony fanboy girl or boy slash energy going on with this question right here. So I'm gonna read the question, and so she says, "Serious question: why is anybody hyped for Starfield? I can't do it with these gamers that get hyped over CGI slash no gameplay." Now she says serious question, so you try to take them for what they are, saying it's a serious question, like it's like a little actual sincere question, not just BS. But I don't know. From the comments I've been reading, there's a lot of fishing that's going on with this question right here. Like she follows a lot of Sony fanboys, hangs out a lot of Sony fanboys, but has to question us about why people are hyped for Starfield. That because it showed no gameplay, but then people got hyped for a Spider-Man 2 trailer, the Wolverine trailer at the State of Play event. So it just makes you go, So I'm gonna categorize this person as a Sony fangirl because you got some Sony fangirl vibes with this post right here. So, but to answer the question though, people are hyped for Starfield because it's made by Bethesda. They make the greatest Western RPGs ever made in some people's opinions. I love the Elder Scrolls series and I love the Fallout series. If this is in the same aspect as those games, I am already gonna fall in love with this game instantly. So that's probably the main reason people like this game, because it's made by a studio with a great track record. The same reason people are hyped for Insomniac's Spider-Man 2, because it's made by people with a great track record making superhero games, so, and Wolverine as well. But yeah, so I kind of don't really find this question to be like a serious question, but let's just see what people have to say about this regardless. Ask the same ones that was hyped for Wolverine, also Skyrim in space. Skyrim in space, that's not really a good thing. What? Skyrim has been selling almost every console since the 360 and PS3 generation. Like, really? It's literally on every console. That's how popular that game is. But you still Skyrim in space is not a good thing. Okay. People were hyped for Death Stranding because of Kojima and didn't know or see anything for months. People are hyped because it's made by the guys who made Skyrim and Fallout. Two great RPG franchises, so we expect another great RPG franchise, but in space. Let's see. Ask ponies why they are hyped for Wolverine. There's your answer. Then this guy answers the question, but he doesn't realize the irony because him answering like this. So he says, maybe because it's effing Wolverine by Insomniac. Then he has the gift of this person looking confused, but you're the same reason. Like, it's the same reason why would they be hyped for Starfield? It's the same answer. You can do the same answer. Say just replace maybe because it's effing Bethesda. Maybe because it's an effing space Western RPG by Bethesda. You could just replace it. It's the same thing. Like the irony here. Starfield showed brief gameplay. It wasn't CGI, and look at all the people hyped over Spider-Man 2 Wolverine. So Todd Howard confirmed that Starfield trailer was in-game, and it's even noted at the beginning of the trailer, will the final game match or exceed what we saw? Well, only time will tell. Remember when Abandon was being hyped earlier this year? People were hyping, yeah, exactly. Later, people were hyping up that Abandon game, and they didn't really know too much about it because it was like rumored that the indie studio was actually associated with Kojima. People were making conspiracy theories about that. So it was hyping this game above. It was hyping this game up to the roofs, and but yeah, so I just don't get it. Well, how do you even ask this question to begin with? The same reason people are hyped the Wolverine and Coda remake, despite it being CGI and no gameplay. Exactly. Skyrim in space, you're either with it or you aren't. Pretty much. I know a lot of friends who are big Bethesda fans who are excited for it. The trailer kind of showed that it really does exist and has a date and whatnot. Yeah, and also, this just came to mind too, a lot of Sony guys were hyped about Starfield as well before Microsoft made the announcement that they're buying Bethesda. Sony guys were hyped about this game as well. They only changed when they found that it was going to be an Xbox exclusive. Then they started hating on the game and started begging for the game to come to PlayStation. But they were hyped for this game at 1.2. A big chunk of them were. That's like 99% of AAA game releases. I guess you're just saying, hey, show these big CGI trailers with no gameplay. People get really hyped for it. Well, I grew up with gaming with Bethesda titles. They crafted some of my favorite Western RPGs of all time. So while I can't say I'm hyped for something I haven't really seen yet, I'm definitely excited for the potential of their first new IP in 25 years. Hopefully they'll nail it. Yeah, I got a feeling they're going to do a great job with this game. Yeah. So this guy says, Xbots are hyped for it because it's on Xbox. Bethesda people are hyped for it, as I don't recall a single player Elder Scrolls / Fallout game like game coming from Bethesda since Fallout 4. I'm really curious how games still have faith in certain devs after releases constantly bugging or broken games. See, this is the thing with Bethesda games. Their games can be broken and buggy, but their games are extremely fun, regardless. Fallout is notorious for being buggy, but those games are extremely fun if you like that genre of game. Like, you could be lost in those games for hundreds of hours, but those games are really fun. So the people they get a pass for the buggy and broken games, to be honest, but their games are that fun. It's just that immersive into those games that they get a pass on that, to be honest. In engine, not CGI. Guarantee you will be excited until it became an Xbox. Guarantee you were excited until it became an Xbox game. You know you can play on multiple platforms, right? Yeah, like they just can't do that for some reason. They realize they can't buy another platform, or just play on their supercomputers they all have. Apparently, they all used to brag about these supercomputers, but apparently they just can't do that anymore now. They need one of those super game PCs they keep bragging about. Okay, so he mentioned the same thing too. Okay, they need one of those super gaming PCs they keep bragging about. So I assume they have one. Just gotta get it on the Xbox Apple Game Pass Ultimate. Yeah, because at one point in time, especially when these games were announced, these Xbox games were announced becoming a PC, they all had these super computers that didn't need an Xbox because they had these high-end GPU computers that could play all these games. That's what he's making a reference to as well too. Dude, go touch some grass. Everyone came in their pants when Wolverine showed up, including me. Let peeps be peep or don't be biased. But there's a Game Studios new IP next gen only. Todd Howard, Skyrim in Space. Should I keep going? This game will be massive whether you're hyped or not. I just wonder how massive, because space games are tricky to balance. Star Citizen, Elite Dangerous, and No Man's Sky do it right. You either have to be large enough to justify space exploration. Okay, I don't know what he's talking about, but this is Bethesda making this game. That's all you need to know. Bethesda is making this game. So it's like, if you rock with Bethesda RPGs, then you're going to rock with this one. It's like, it is what it is at this point. It's like what somebody said before, you're either with it or you're not. It's like, it is what it is. A new AAA sci-fi RPG from the creators of arguably the most lauded open-world RPGs of all time. After many years of re-releases, Bethesda will deliver something entirely new with a new level of visual fidelity never before seen in their games. Exclusive to next gen, that's why. It's crazy that people have to ask in the first place. Yeah, that's why I kind of take this question that serious. We got to ask this in the first place. It's like, it's obvious why people are excited for this new Starfield game, why it has so much hype around it. It's the same reason I was looking forward to Fallout 3 when it was announced. If Sonic or Naughty Dog says they're working on a new IP, it's definitely fair to be excited about it. Even just knowing the premise, it's not hard to imagine how Starfield is going to be. They're not LMAO, they're hyped. It isn't coming to PlayStation. Y'all were hyped when it was rumored to be a PlayStation exclusive. Just said it has great potential and move along. Nobody. This next post is just laughable. So she says, nobody talked about Starfield. Keep moving. Really? Nobody was talking about Starfield. No PlayStation people were talking about Starfield before it was announced to be Xbox exclusive. Like, this person was either living on a rock when this was first announced, or they're just being disingenuous at this point. People were definitely talking about Starfield when it was announced. The people made up Bethesda. People were going crazy over that game being announced. Because they know what Bethesda games are like, just how Sony fans are hyped for Wolverine because they know what a Sonic are capable of. I'm hyped for Starfield because Fallout and Elder Scrolls are my most played games ever. This will be the same formula. I like sci-fi and like Bethesda RPGs. It's that simple. Are you serious, Clark? Because we know it's going to be bigger in scale than any Fallout game ever released, and it's set across the universe. Should be awesome. Plus, I haven't been disappointed with a single player RPG I played from Bethesda. You asked people hype for Wolverine, so a lot of people are bringing it up. Yeah, a lot of people are bringing it up. Like, if you don't want to question why people are hyped about Wolverine, then why are you questioning why people are hyped about Starfield? What? Serious answer? People play Skyrim and Fallout and liked it a lot. The prospect of those games in space is enough to hype them. Ever heard of the Outer Worlds? Done better. Okay. Yeah, they're pretty much answering this person's question. Like, I don't know if they really want a serious answer to begin with, to be honest. Yeah, because these guys have made one or two pretty popular games before. Any AAA game and gamers will be hyped no matter what. EVA generates hype and they are generally hated by most gamers. Pedigree and the footage is an engine, so at least shows what they are capable of, and also is their first real space outing, good reason to be hyped. This is like asking if people are hyped for over a new Kojima IP or a new Naughty Dog one, but those are filed for releasing single-player bangers that are universally loved and critically acclaimed. The concept of a sci-fi sandbox RPG is more than enough for gamers to be hyped. Okay. Xbox fans aren't allowed to be excited about anything according to PlayStation fans. LMAO, yeah. These guys are definitely Debbie Downers when it comes to Xbox exclusives. For some reason, they always try to downplay Xbox exclusives and try to be Debbie Downers about it. Like, geez. Seen heaps of hurting from the Sony crowd lately just like this. Wait till E3, the truth is out there? Okay. Because Bethesda, the track record of incredible RPGs. Yeah. Let's look at some of the quote tweets now. Same reason you didn't shut up about Elden Ring for 3 years, if I had to guess, but this isn't really about that, is it? You're trying to start a console argument. God, it's so boring, your brand of plastic doesn't make you special. Serious question, why does anybody get hyped for Wolverine? I can't do it with these gamers that get hyped over CGI/no gameplay. Yeah, you can legit say the same thing with Wolverine as well, too. Does Fallout and Elder Scrolls fans are excited for it? Yet if Metal Gear if Metal Gear made a comeback, y'all be eating that S up. Y'all be eating that S up. Yep. Damn, people really can't be excited for S no more, it seems. Yeah. Especially if you're an Xbox gamer, that's kind of true. You get excited about any new game, and it's going to be a group of people who just try to trash that game at all costs. Let's see. People want to understand the hype because they ignore the Skyrim/Fallout in space tagline, but is that simple? A reskin? Now, as far as it'll be a good or not, we won't know until release because they finessed us with Fallout 4, where it was more open world shooter than RPG. I guess people really didn't like Fallout 4, but I enjoy Fallout 4. I mean, I love Fallout 3 more, but I still enjoy Fallout 4, so I don't... Okay. Exact effing Mundo. People calling this a game of the year without having the basic premise of the game. How many characters are playable? Are there controllable vehicles? Ugh, really? How many times people gotta say it's all Bethesda? They made other great classic RPGs. That's why people are hyped. I just don't understand why. Did they like legit just don't get it, or are they just being disingenuous at this point? I'm thoroughly concerned now. Let's see. Serious question. Why does anybody care so much how excited other people are for something? Yeah. He says, shush, let people enjoy things. Yeah. Kind of gotta agree with that. Because Xbox need hope. What? Wow. I really begin to think that people are only questioning the Starfield hype because it's now Xbox exclusive. People can't be hype about things. We not hype about Coder and Wolverine. We don't get this hype about albums we haven't heard yet. Movies that have no trailers. Yeah. There's just... hate only comes from because it's Xbox exclusive at this point. That's the only reason where all this hate is just stemming from. But yeah, it's like, I'm gonna conclude it right here. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts about this person's post. Do you think that was actually sincere? Or do you think it's just some console war nonsense, just trying to downplay Xbox games and say why people are hyped for Starfield? Let me know your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like for this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.